Hello, friends, once again to the series on our amazing road trip through Lahaul Spiti and the mesmerizing Ladakh Valley. Episode number 5, starting part 1 with day number 7, and we start with our homestay at Dhankar Valley.
Good morning, friends. So this is day number 7. Yesterday we reached Dhankar around 6:15 p.m. and booked this particular homestay. So this is the homestay we are in, and there's a nice view of the valley from the homestay. There is the Dhankar monastery. The homestay name is Dhankar Heights. So it's in the Dhankar village actually. There are many homestays here. You can search for the homestays if you want to. This one is also a nice homestay. Today we plan to first visit Pin Valley and Mudh village, and then if time permits then we will pass through Kaza to Langza valley, but only if time permits. We'll see how it goes.
Dhankar village is a large high altitude village at an altitude of 3894 meters above sea level between the towns of Tabo and Kaza. Dhankar, the old capital of Spiti, is a large village built on the spur or a bluff which stands out into the main valley and ends in a precipice. It rises 300 meters above the river. It stands above Sichling on the left bank of the Spiti river, which is wide here. It is believed that there could have been a fort here many years back. No trace exists anymore. The village existed as the capital of Spiti for many years before being shifted to Kaza. Stories revolve around of local monks and lamas saving the village from invaders by throwing stones from the high ridge areas. The village is one of the most beautiful villages, and the road from Tabo to Dhankar takes a very high, steep, rising road which is very adventurous. It is an approachable road that branches off for Dhankar from the main Kaza Samdo road at a point around 24 kilometers from Kaza. The branch road is 8 kilometers in length up to Dhankar.
कैसे हो आप? अच्छे हो? शाबाश।
The local monastery, the Dhankar Gompa, is situated at an elevation of 3894 meters in the Spiti Valley above the Dhankar village. The complex is built on a 1000-foot high spur overlooking the confluence of the Spiti and Pin rivers, one of the world's most spectacular settings for a Gompa. Dhang or Dang means cliff, and Kar or Khar means fort. Hence, Dhankar means fort on a cliff. Dhankar Monastery, like many other monasteries in Spiti and Leh, were built as a fort monastery on the central Tibetan pattern. It was reported to have 90 monks in 1855. Beyond the surrounding harsh lunar landscape, notable sites at Dhankar Gompa, including a statue of Vairakona consisting of four figures seated back to back, in addition to various crumbling thankas. There is a small museum in the Gompa. In 2006, World Monuments Fund selected Dhankar Gompa as one of the 100 most endangered sites in the world. A non-profit group, Dhankar Initiative, is attempting to organize its conversation. Photographies are allowed, but not in the main garbhagriha of the Gompa. After visiting the monastery and spending some time in the beautiful village of Dhankar, we started for Pin Valley and Mudh village where we would stay for the day. The 60 kilometers drive from Dhankar to Mudh village via Pin Valley is one of the most picturesque drives. I drove through this route in 2016. It was a wonderful road then, but during this time, due to heavy snowfall, entire road is broken and work is underway to repair. A distance of 60 kilometers almost takes around 3.5 hours of tough and rough drive through the sides of the Pin River, but the mesmerizing beauty of the valley releases all the tiredness one gets to the drive. Throughout the drive, there are ample places to get down, relax, take pictures, and enjoy the nature at its best. And we decided to enjoy that while our journey back to Kibber the next day.
मूड को बोल रास्ता बाट हाँ जी यही रास्ता है।
After a rough drive, we finally reached the Mudh village. There was no problem in booking a homestay there, and we got one of the best homestays in the most reasonable rates with the best of views of the valley, the Himalayan Ibex homestay.
We have arrived Mudh around 1 hour back, and we found out a homestay here. Initially we planned that we would be visiting Pin Valley, Mudh, and then going back to Kaza and from there to Langza. But the drive to Mudh is pathetic. There are no roads, absolutely kacha road, bouldered roads. So we decided to stay here. It's a long, tiring 3-hour journey. So we finally decided to stay here. We found out this Ibex guest house, and in this we booked in a room here. Not very expensive, very budget rooms. So we'll be staying here tonight, and right now we are going to have lunch in this particular restaurant just opposite to the guest house we have checked in. After lunch we will have a walk around through the village. So that's the plan for the day.
Mudh is a small village in the cold desert region of Spiti in Himachal Pradesh. Located at an altitude of 3810 meters on the left bank of Pin River, a right bank tributary of the Spiti River, the village is nestled at the base of Parvati range that towers almost vertically. Mudh is near the boundary of the Pin Valley National Park and is a convenient base for treks in the park and to neighboring districts of Kullu and Kinnaur. It is the last village on the Spiti side of Pin Parvati trek to Kullu and Pin Bhaba trek to Kinnaur. We relaxed a bit, had our lunch, and then in the evening around 4 p.m. went around for a round of the beautiful Mudh village.
This is the view from the homestay. You can see the entire Pin Parvati valley is visible. So there normally trekkers go. On right side is the Pin Parvati and on left side is the Pin Bhaba trek route. So after this, there are no car, there is no vehicle which goes. At least at this moment, there are trekkers who go and take that route for trek.
Friends, I conclude part 1 of episode number 5 with this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do like, share, and subscribe my channel, and do also follow the remaining parts of this episode and the series. Till then, do take care of yourself, and bye for now.